Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This is a collective reading and it is timeless, so whenever and however you come across this video, it's the right time for you to be getting this message. You are asking for clarification, guidance, confirmation on something you're working on, and this is one of the answers that you're going to be getting in response to your query. So thank you so much for joining us today. If you feel so inclined to like and or subscribe to the video and or channel, if you haven't already done so, I don't get any money from these videos. This will never be a monetized channel, but it does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find these videos and find this channel. So I appreciate that, as well as does the collective in general. So thank you again for that. And if you feel like commenting on anything about the image that we are looking at right now with the card, before we go in the book and look what the reading says for us for the book, I always want to get the messages and energy that are coming directly from the card, from the image, as well as whatever words are included with the card. And today is card number 25, representing Dragon's Lair. And this is from Scot Howden's Oracle of Light and Dreams. We've been pulling from the MEGADECK of every card that has never been pulled on this channel from any of the decks that we have gone through that are in all of the playlists. So what I'm doing is we'll be going through every single card in random order, no particular order, and I will be including them in that playlist, that respective playlist where they belong, as well as under the MEGADECK playlist here. So please feel welcome in this space. The only reason why I'm here is because of you. This channel is for you. So thank you again for being here. Yes, card number 25, Dragon's Lair. I will have to tell you, I have a very strong affinity for dragons myself, always have, from the time I was very small. Didn't have anything to do with science fiction, fantasy, or anything like that. I just had, they were always a part of my life. So this card energy, I understand this. We have got a very, she almost looks very frail, little elfin child here holding a very tiny, looks very fragile hatchling, dragon hatchling. And I will tell you that dragon energy is not something to be messed around with. Dragons are, they will respect you if you respect them, or at least they're more inclined, less likely to eat you or char you if you show them respect, as is true for all energy. And it starts literally with us understanding how to respect ourselves and our energy, our power, our strengths. We are all dragons in our own right, and recognizing our dragonness gives us that ability to show that same respect and honor for the dragon's strength and obvious ability to, take care of themselves for sure, right? When they are grown, but when they are tiny, they're just as fragile as any other baby and need to be taken care of. I can see the mom or dad. I get a sense that this is a mom behind this little girl holding this baby, and she understands that her baby is being very well protected and very well taken care of, but she's still watchful. And what I'm getting from the energy of this card is, yes, a sense of nurture, a sense of protection, that we are also very much like these very fragile little beings. We need to recognize that in addition to being strong, we can be fragile too. And there's a strength in fragility. There's a strength in vulnerability. Understanding where your boundaries are doesn't mean being a doormat for everybody, right? But understanding that you can express your true self, stay true to what is right for you, stand in your integrity. Being honest with yourself allows you that opportunity to be honest with others. And in those particular relationships where we're honest with each other, there's a strength in that. There's a power in that. You can be your authentic self. They can be their authentic selves, and you don't have to pretend to be something you're not. And I think dragon is telling you that you can be strong in yourself, in who you know you to be, that you don't have to pretend to be anything or anyone but who you are. And standing in that integrity makes you almost invulnerable, because there's nothing that anyone can say that can make you feel shame, make you feel guilty, because you've already accepted all of that. So they have no weapons. There is nothing. You're untouchable. Very much like a dragon. So that's the energy that I'm getting from the card directly. Let's take a look in the book and find out what the reading says for us for our card number 25. And of course, we know that reduces down to a 7. 7 is a very strong, holy, powerful number. It's used throughout all holy scriptures across this planet. Not just in the Bible, but we know we have 7 days of the week. There's a million different types of things. We have 7 notes on our musical scale, and then we start the next set, right? And that's what makes the 8th. So it's very much in part of our experience and part of our quantum reality. Okay, so strong number with the number 7, 25 reducing down to a 7. And also, just keep in mind, dragons, that's plural. There's an apostrophe at the end of dragons. So we've got dragons plural, Lair, plural possessive. So that's not just one dragon that we can see here. There's multiple. So you're really kind of walking along that edge, skirting this edge of don't play with the fire. Respect the fire. Allow it to be a tool that you can use, but don't take it lightly. Okay? Just wanted to add that. Just got that little bit to add on. So, all right. 25 Dragon's Lair. Don't judge a book by its cover. So some of the things to be watching for: being short-sighted, judgment, rather be open-minded, and interaction. All right. Contrary to their frightful appearance, as well as the perception created by tales such as the one in which a damsel in distress is saved from the ferocious and deadly dragon by a valorous knight, the little heroine in this scene knows dragons to be elusive, wise, gentle giants. Having rescued the dragonling from a band of unscrupulous bounty hunters, she reunifies mother and child in a true act of courage and compassion. The expression, "don't judge a book by its cover," also applies to people. Outward appearance alone cannot be an accurate indicator of the character or personality of another person. If we rely on this short-sighted approach, we may be depriving ourselves of valuable interactions and friendships. And our quote for the day is from Malcolm Gladwell. It would be interesting to find out what goes on in that moment when someone looks at you and draws all sorts of conclusions. Well, very interesting. That's an unusual take on dragons and appearance, but it's absolutely true. Like I just said, when you show respect, starting with yourself, when you show yourself respect, you can show others respect. You don't have to judge. We've talked about that a lot on this channel. If you have been here more than once, you know I am always saying stuff about not judging. That's not our responsibility. We are asked to discern. We are asked to evaluate and determine what is true for us. So you can make a discernment. You can look at somebody who is filthy, who smells really bad, who's sitting on a corner, on a street, doesn't even have a cardboard sign out, doesn't even have a bowl out. He's just sitting there. Okay? You never know. Sometimes those people are geniuses that have been unable to find their place in the world. And a kind word, can I buy you a cup of coffee? Do you need a shirt or a pair of shoes? Some new socks? Anything that you do out of love and respect is going to be completely, you have no idea. That could be the moment where that person says, well, maybe there is a reason to live. Maybe there is a reason to care. Maybe there is a reason for me to think that I could be as important as anybody else. So we watch what we are judging. We are not asked to judge. We are simply asked to discern. You may discern that this is not a person that fits into your circle comfortably, and that's perfectly fine, but you're understanding it on an energetic level and not just based on surface appearance. We know we've gone into job interviews where somebody looked really amazing. The opportunity looked awesome. And then we got in there in the middle of it and found out that it was nothing like what we thought it looked like. So this is where using our intuition, understanding ourselves first, how our body reacts and responds to things, that's a really good indicator through discernment, through our intuition of whether something's a good fit or not. So listen to your body. If you're leaning away back from something, don't push forward into it. Okay? If you feel yourself kind of withdrawing, a little bit of a rock in your belly, right? Like you feel like you've got a little boulder growing in there. That's not a good sign. That's where you don't want to be using judgment, looking at something and saying, well, it looks real good, smells real good, sounds real good, must be good. It might be. It could very possibly be, but don't rely on appearances alone for anything. Appearances can be deceptive, always. So use your discernment, use your intuition. They are there. They are ready for you to use all the time. And the more you use them, the stronger they get, and the better you'll be able to make those decisions based on discernment that are actually right, that actually bring you into an amazing relationship with a friend, a new friend, with a new job, with a new diet or exercise plan, with a new financial goal, a new financial planner. Okay? Don't rely on appearances. Appearances can be deceptive. That is our message for the day. I do hope that it resonated with you. Do take this information, this knowledge, this wisdom, and incorporate it into your life today. Make it yours. I love you. Namaste and ciao for now.